6 starts. He does last night, gives up 6 runs in 6 innings. Surprising many of us, including the skipper, Eric Wedge. He's with Jen Mueller looking back on Felix.
All right, Felix Hernandez last night. I know it's not what we have come to expect from him. And Carl Willis talked about how you're trying to balance his innings and what Felix wants and what Felix is trying to tell you. Did Felix say anything after last night's game?
Well, he didn't want to come out of the ball game, but if you're ever going to take him out early, that was the game to do it. He was right at 94, 95 pitches, and you send him back out there. He throws 110, 115, and we're down by 5 or 6 runs. He has 2 more starts left. We want to make sure he's as strong as he can be. He's a warrior. That's why I wanted to go back out there. But the right thing was to take him out.
What are you expecting to see from Charlie Furbish? What do you need to see as we close out the last few weeks of the season?
Well, a lot of what we saw in his last start. I mean, the young man did a tremendous job with his fastball, and, the change-up and breaking ball worked off it. He had a nice tempo going. He controlled the ball game, which is what you want your starting pitchers to do. So he just needs to come out here and just eliminate the hitters and who we're playing and just pitch.
Lineup tweaks again tonight. We've seen this all year long. Moving Brendan down to the 9-hole there. When it comes back around and he's then leading off for Ichiro, how does that help either one of those guys?
Well, I told Brendan that, he's going to be the guy that's going to be bouncing around. Because of our lineup, and it's going to have different lineups here, this year and probably on in the next year. You need one guy that can bounce around all the way, and he can do that, and he's fine with that. I do like having somebody that can run a little bit ahead of Ichiro, and I think that's important because not just Ichiro, but the top of your lineup as well. So that's why, again, a guy like Ryan works out in that 9-hole.
So Brendan Ryan, the shortstop, batting 9th today. That's one lineup hint. On the Yankee side, I will tell you, A-Rod not in the lineup once again. So save your booze maybe till tomorrow night. Be nice to get him in there. He's missed his four straight games now with that left thumb injury. Lineups are next. Game 2 as well. Felix loses game 1. He's now 14-12. Furbush and Burnett. Game 2 on the way right here on Root Sports.
Mariners against the New York Yankees. First pitch from Charlie Furbush to get us started. Game 2 of this 3-game set. Back through the middle, base hit for Jeter. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, the Root Sports crew on hand here. Good to have you with us. Middle game of a 3-game set as we take a look at the remainder of the Yankee batting order.
Following Derek Jeter, it'll be Nick Swisher hitting second. Mark Teixeira with a home run last night. He hits third. Then Cano, Montero, Andrew Jones in the lineup playing left field. He hits sixth. And then Martin Nunez, Brett Gardner, the center fielder tonight. He will hit 9th. Numbers for Charlie: 4.84 ERA, 70 2/3 innings pitched, 49 strikeouts to 28 walks. Charlie pitched well in his last outing. Commanding his fastball was important to him, and then eventually I thought he had a good slider. He was able to mix in his changeup.
Snide got a double play opportunity. There's one. How about Ryan? Nicely turned. 1-6-3. Wasn't a great throw by Furbish, but Ryan bailed him out. Quick 2 outs.
Brendan Ryan, a great athlete. This throw is across the bat. You can see Brendan able to keep his right foot on the base as he completes the double play. The rest of the defense, Carpin left. Wells out in center field tonight. Ichiro is in right. Kyle Seager will get to start at third base. Ryan and Ackley up the middle. Justin Smoke, your first baseman, and Miguel Olivo is behind the plate.
Here's Mark Teixeira, first baseman, 248, 37 home runs, 104 RBIs. Hit his 15th career home run here at Safeco last night against Felix. Home plate umpire Tim Timmons says he went on that swing. Mike Malinsky at first, Jeff Kellogg at second, and Mark Carlson at third. Big Tim. 0-2 to Teixeira. Jumped all over an off-speed pitch from Felix Hernandez last night. 1-2. I like the crowd's reaction. Ooh. Yankees win last night 9-3, banging out 14 hits, couple of home runs. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball. Foul. Yankees have won 2 in a row. Mariners have lost 3 in a row. Boston Red Sox, my goodness, they've got 3 touchdowns on Toronto. It's 18-5, top 9 in Boston. 2-2. Mr. Wakefield's going to pick up a W there. Their pitching's been in a shambles for a while, and they've been on a free fall with coming up hard on the outside of the Tampa Bay Rays. 2-2. That is also a foul ball.
Tampa Bay loses to Baltimore 4-2. Take a look at Mark Teixeira and the home run that he hit last night. It's a pitch in the middle of the plate.
Gave it a ride. 2-2 here from Furbush. Full count.
It's Teixeira's 37th home run of the year.
Payoff pitch here to Mark. Breaking ball struck him out. Nicely done by Charlie Furbush with the help of the double play. So nothing across for the Yankees. Mariners coming to bat. Ichiro, Seager, and Ackley when we return to Safeco Field. Field still gorgeous though as the Mariners are about to swing the bats here against A.J. Burnett. Here's a look at the batting order.
For the Mariners and Eric Wedge tonight, Ichiro will lead things off. Kyle Seager getting a chance to hit second again. And then Ackley, Carp, Smoke, Olivo, Kennedy, the DH, hits 7th. Wells, then Brendan Ryan, the shortstop, will hit 9th. Numbers for A.J. Burnett. 9-11 record, 5.27 ERA, 172 and a third innings pitched for him. 148 strikeouts, 78 walks. He's given up 27 home runs this year.
To be frank, he's the bane of the existence of Yankee fans in New York.
Take a look at the defense behind him. Jones in left, Gardner out in center field, Nick Swisher in right. Nunez getting the start at third, Jeter and Cano up the middle for the Yankees. Teixeira at first, and Russell Martin will do the catching tonight.
AJ with a big contract, about 80-some million for about 5 years, and expected to be the number 2 behind CC Sabathia. Talking to Joe Girardi today, said we wouldn't be where we are without the pitching. Talking mainly about Freddie Garcia and Bartolo Colon. Here's Ichiro taking a strike. And as much as Yankee fans complain about Burnett, the Yankees still have the best record in the American League, second to the Phillies in the majors. Ichiro at 169 hits on the season. 9 for 21 against Burnett. There's his 1 for 5 last night. An RBI got the Mariners on the board in the third inning and tied it at 1-1. Yeah. You can do it, Ichiro, talking about getting the 200 hits again for the 11th consecutive time. Nobody's ever done it 10 consecutive times until this guy did it. A #1 fan with the itchy meter out there ready to tack on another digit. Fooled him on that one. Martin will apply to tag. And A.J. Burnett strikes out Ichiro. So 1 out. That'll bring up Kyle Seager. Kyle inserted into the 2-hole. Went 1 for 4 last night. Got a ground rule double to center field. Bounced it over the fence.
Eric Wedge changing his lineup. Giving Kyle a chance to hit second. I think just to get another look going into next year. See what Kyle can do hitting second. You have to be patient. Tries to bunt here for a base hit. Good idea. Nunez well off the line and back. You mentioned the contract with Burnett. I think the other thing with him, Dave, is you look at him and great body for a pitcher, throws hard, great breaking ball, yet he always seems to have an ERA up around 5. 27 home runs he's given up this year.
He's got good stuff. There's no doubt about it. They have not seen it a lot this year. With the Yankees, what was it, last year before last? Mariners went into Yankee Stadium and lit him up.
Again, it's command of the great stuff that he has. He'll fall behind and then start serving up some fastballs, and teams will get all over him.
Point of contention earlier the year, not even that long, a couple 3 weeks ago, against Boston. I believe it was in Boston. He was taken out of the game, and as he's leaving, he turned and said something to Joe Girardi, and media and the fans thought there was a whole lot going on. I was talking to Joe about that today. He says, listen, what pitcher wants to come out of the game? We didn't have a confrontation. I went back to go look at a specific pitch that he had just been hurt on. He'd given up an extra bases or something. He said the key with A.J. tonight, command, changeup's better. The curve has better depth to it. As we said earlier, it comes down to how he throws and commands a fastball. Love to see the Mariners get to him early. Mariners 3-4 against the Yankees, 2-2 here at Safeco. The other thing you want to see here too, Mike, you get a game like last night, 9-3 Yankees win. They beat your horse. I mean, they beat Felix's pants off for the first time in a long time. Now you're going to come back. And I was talking to Eric Wedge before the game. Energy and attitude. That's what I got to say.
Well, and a lot of people will put that pressure on Charlie Furbish's shoulders tonight.
Bad hitting. Seager's aboard.
But I think you have to put it on the offense, too, because the last 3 games the offense has struggled, and you can certainly help Charlie out with some run support as this hits Kyle. Looks like he gets him in the hamstring.
You're talking about offense. What was it over the weekend of Kansas City series? What, 51 strikeouts in the 4 games?
Yeah, too many.
A lot of guys are writing their ticket to the ball club and off the ball club these last couple of weeks. Eric Wedge and his staff, I mean, they have got the big microscope out. Here's Ackley.
What the guys need to realize is there are jobs out there. It's up to you to take it.
That's it. Ackley with the best batting average on the ball club at 290. Leads in triples with 7. Big strike, 1-1. Yankees working their way towards the playoffs, and the Mariners working their way towards the offseason, and questions being posed and being answered. 2 weeks left in the season as of tomorrow. Ackley 1 for 3 last night, couple of strikeouts. 2-1. Seager back safely. Seager 1 for 1 in base stealing thus far.
Another changeup from Burnett. Dustin can get a changeup on the plate. He'll take advantage of the hole on the right side of the infield. Mike Carp waiting on deck.
Burnett working for the first base side of the rubber. 3-1 pitch. One hopper to Jeter to Cano, and he flips over. Ackley beats it out. The bobble cost him the double play.
Ball comes up, almost gets through the wickets of Jeter. He stays with it. He almost drops it here. And that's the bobble that Dave is talking about with Ackley's speed. He's able to beat it out at first. Look at the force at second for Kyle. But Cano, one of the best second basemen, defensive second basemen in the American League, is not able to get Ackley.
2 outs for Mike Carp. Let's talk to Eric Wedge about both clubs, but in particular, Cano's name came up with the big hit he had last night. As you look at Carp, Rookie of the month in August. Turning that double play like Manny Trio coming underneath, boy, making you get down as a base runner. Very effortless out there. Turning 2.
It helps that he has a shortstop's arm. One of the best throwing arms of any second baseman in the American League.
We're talking about Manny Trio. Manny Trio played with the Cubs among other teams and Phillies in his great career, but he was great at when he would turn that double play. He was coming from sometimes 90 at 40 at 45 degrees and sometimes below,
just protecting himself.
Absolutely.
Try to get the base runner on the ground as quickly as you can.
That's one of those things, boy. If if you're in spring training, you want to break out a disc of that. Manny Trio, if you've got a kid that's got some talent, throws that way, man, that's such a great defensive mechanism. Get guys peeling off, right? Get them slide early.
That's the idea. Get them out of the way. Guys play the game and know what they're doing around the bag. They'll use the bag and they can feel where the runners are to protect themselves. But the other thing is just what you're saying, especially on a ball hit hard like that, get them out of the way.
Runner goes. Carp finds a hole, base hit. Ackley couldn't find the ball. He stopped, and he's going to get the third nonetheless. The first and third with 2 outs for the Mariners.
Dustin is on the move. You have the hole on the right side of the infield. Carp hits it firm through the hole. Ackley can hear it, but he's not sure where it's at, so he takes a look back, probably thinking maybe Cano was going to have a play on it. Ends up getting down to the third. Nothing hurt there.
So 2 outs. First and third. Justin smoked the hitter. 0 for 2 last night. A run scored. Hit into a double play. Struck out, walked twice. strike one. Was the home run and RBI leader for a long time. Then, of course, he's missed a lot of time with injuries. Missed some time with his dad passing back in early spring. He's behind 0-2. 6 for 17 on the homestand. A couple home runs, 5 runs batted in for Smoke. Scoring opportunity here for the Mariners in the first.
Throwing a couple of change-ups to Smoke. Smoke trying to stay on the fastball.
There you go. Did not, said Mark Carlson. Close.
Yeah, it was close. I would give it to him, though.
I think he turned something around here. 1-2 the count from A.J. Burnett. 2 out, 2 on. Two.
Burnett, 23 pitches in the first. That's not unusual for him. He throws a lot of pitches. We were talking about it earlier in the outing that the Mariners had him in May 27th. He went 5 innings, but threw 97 pitches to get through the 5 innings.
Remember that? He was all over. 2-2. Struck him out. Big one. In the first inning, Mariners strand 2. To the second we go in a scoreless ball game. Building to the future. And how about Charlie Furbish at the Angels? 7 1/3, 5 hits, 3 runs, a walk, and 3 Ks. Is Turris with a big bases clearing double late in the ball game to knock him out of the box. Another challenge tonight. First time facing the Yankees. He's got Cano, Montero, and Andrew Jones. Another strong performance by Cano last night, 3 for 5. A run scored, knocked in 3 with a bases loaded double.
I like the pitch that he was able to throw to Teixeira to end the first. Throws him a 3-2 breaking ball that Teixeira swings through. And it's not just a matter of getting Teixeira out at that moment, but he sends notice to the Yankee dugout, all the guys are watching him, that he will throw his breaking ball or his changeup when he's behind in the count. That'll help his fastball out.
1-1. Yankee hitters well aware of that coming in. Great point. 1-1. One of the premier players of the game, Robinson Cano. High drive, deep right center field. Ichiro taking a look. It's gone. Robinson Cano with home run number 26, RBI number 103. It's 1-0 Yankees. Yankees, the #1 home run hitting team on the planet. That's number 206.
It's an off-speed pitch, but unfortunately for Charlie, you can see it. Belt tie in the middle of the plate.
Give it a ride.
Charlie will have to stay out of that area. He needs to bounce that pitch. He's aware of that. He made a mistake.
Here's Jesus Montero, highly acclaimed youngster, catcher, DHing tonight. Big part of the talks in the Cliff Lee from the Mariners to the Yankee talks from last year that did not happen. This guy already has 3 home runs. This is game number 9. Montero, a .308 hitter. He's 8 for 26. He's got 3 home runs, 2 against Jim Johnson, the reliever from Baltimore, and he had 1 against Jared Weaver. 2-0. Base hit. He's 5th in hitting in the American League. 1st in runs scored, 5th in hitting, 1st in home runs, 2nd in stolen bases.
This pitch is down, but again in the middle of the plate. You can see the trace of that pitch in the middle of the plate down. Ends up being a base hit into left field.
Andrew Jones came up at what, 19? Seems like he's been around forever. Yankees pleased with his contributions this year, particularly in the second half.
If you look at it, 167 at-bats for Jones, and he has 11 home runs. It's a lot of production with little playing time.
Part of the Braves run in the 90s. It's great coverage in center field for Los Bravos. Bobby Cox. Off-speed pitch, hammered, fair ball, off the glove of Seager. Montero will get to third. Jones eases into second with a double.
Look at the swing by Jones. Kyle Seager, the third baseman, will try to dive for it. It goes off the end of his glove. That's a fair ball. One of the things that Eric Wedge was talking about after the game last night is how quickly things happen with Felix on the mound, and that's exactly what the Yankees can do. He needs to make a couple of big pitches. If he gives up a run with nobody out here, you'll take it. He needs to get some outs.
Home run, single, double. Catcher Russell Martin back in action tonight. He was available last night. Had a nail problem with his right thumb last Saturday. How about his full name is Russell Nathan Jensen Coltrane Martin Jr. Coltrane, yes, for the great John Coltrane, saxophone player. Russell's dad, an accomplished musician and a saxophone player. So if you were to go up to Russell and say, does Giant Steps mean anything to you? I think it would qualify. That's one of the great jazz albums ever. Breaking ball, misses. Furbush in the first inning gave up a first pitch single to Jeter. Got a double play and then struck out Teixeira. Here in the second, different story. Homer single, double.
All the pitches on those hits, Dave, are in the middle of the plate for Charlie. He's been able to get a few of them down, but in this at bat, elevating pitches again. A couple of breaking balls up, and then that last fastball top of the strike zone. Eric Wedge trying to stay away from the big end. He has his infield back. He wants to get Charlie an out.
Martin's got pop. He's got 17 homers, 2-2. Worked the full count with Eduardo Nunez on deck for the Yankees. Off-speed pitch, hit, foul.
Charlie having to throw a strike. Throws the breaking ball, and Martin is out in front of it. See if he tries to go back inside with a fastball.
Payoff pitch. Breaking ball got him. Nice pitch by Furbish. Get the first out in the second inning. It's his second K.
It's a great pitch from Charlie. Has first base open. Does not want to give in to Martin. Back-to-back breaking balls. That last one a little more bite to it as Martin swings over the top of it.
That'll bring up Eduardo Nunez. He's manning third base tonight. Eric Chavez played last night. Alex Rodriguez nursing a sore left thumb. He's expected to possibly be back in the lineup when the Yankees head back east to play Toronto in Toronto. There's Alex in the hoodie. Freddie Garcia to the right. Alex a couple of home runs away. He's got 628 career home runs. Needs 2 to tie Jr. Ken Griffey Jr. for 5th place all time. 1-0. Gets through. Here comes the runner Montero. He scores standing up. Going to third is Jones. Yankees lead it 2-0.
It's a fastball from Charlie. Take a look. He set up inside. You don't expect a pitcher to spike a fastball, but he throws his fastball in the dirt.
So a wild pitch. Puts the Yankees ahead 2-0. Runner at third, infield up close. 2-0. That misses. 3-0.
That looked like a good pitch. That's a pitch that Charlie's going to have if he's going to have success. You can see the tracer. Bottom of the strike zone on the corner of the plate.
3-0 pitch. There for strike. Brett Gardner's on deck. Three-one pitch. Pushed it up there in good shape. Full count now. To Nunez. Strike three call. It's a third strikeout for Furbish, an important second out. A couple of runs in here in the second inning.
Charlie getting it done with his fastball. 3 fastballs in a row. Last one at the bottom of the strike zone. Nunez thought it was down, but that's a good pitch. Bring up Gardner, one of 2 left-handed hitters in the lineup tonight for the Yankees. Gardner hitting .247 against left-handed pitching. .263 overall.
Been struggling on this road trip. 3 for 15. First pitch in there for strike. 6th hitter to the plate here in the second inning. Leads the American League in stolen bases. 2nd in the majors. 0-1. Slow breaking ball for strike 2. Only Michael Bourne has more stolen bases than Gardner. Here's the pitch. Bourne with 52, Gardner with 43. 3 straight hits. Now Charlie Furbish trying to get his 3rd consecutive out here. Curveball and a good one. Gets Gardner. Couple of runs for the Yankees. A home run by Cano. A wild pitch scores Montero. Yankees have a 2-0 lead. At this year's Fan Appreciation Celebration, we're going to be rolling out bigger and better prizes than ever before. Make sure you're here at Safeco Field. We'll be saying thanks to you on Saturday when the Mariners host the Rangers. You can win a 42-inch flat screen TV, chance to be a guest groundskeeper for a day, iPads, iPods, and more. For tickets, go to Mariners.com or any Mariners team store. Here's the Mariner home run and RBI leader, Miguel Olivo. Got 18 homers, 59 runs batted in. A 2-run homer last night. I know he would love to get over the 20 mark again. 1-1. Olivo with Colorado last year, 14 homers, hit 23 with Kansas City in 09. Off-speed pitch, drilled to left field, over the head of the left fielder Jones, off the fence. Olivo will cruise into second base with a double. Miguel with a good start for the Mariners, his 16th double.
So Miguel with a couple of hits, including the home run last night. It's a rocket out to left field. Jones, still a quality outfielder, can't get back in time to make a play on it, so that'll be a double to lead this inning off for the Mariners. That's the one thing that they need to keep reminding themselves is offensively, even though the Yankees may score a couple of runs like they just did, you can hang in there. A.J. Burnett has a tendency, after throwing 24 pitches in the first inning, you can give those runs right back if you stay after them. Bring up Adam Kennedy, the DH tonight.
5.27 ERA for Burnett. Adam Kennedy 2 for 8 career against Burnett. Dug out by Martin. Now played last Thursday. Went 0 for 3. Striking out 3 times. 0 for his last 6. It's a strike, 1-1. Yankees 2 runs in the second inning. Home run by Cano. Montero single, double by Jones. Montero scored eventually on a wild pitch. Foul ball.
See Adam with that fastball, cheating a little bit, trying to get the barrel out in front of it so he can pull the ball. And a leadoff double. The veteran Adam Kennedy knows how critical those runs are. Make a productive out if you make an out. So if he hits it to the right side, he'll move the runner up. Casper Wells on deck, give him a chance to drive the runner in.
One, two from Burnett. Gets by, bounces around Martin. Olivo will hold it third. A wild pitch.
It's the 24th wild pitch of the year for Burnett. Russell Martin, as the ball kicks away from him, had to go a long way to pick it up. You see Olivo coming around. So that will help the Mariners out. Now Adam, he doesn't have to be so sure about hitting the ball to the right side. He can just hit for himself now, try to drive the run in. The Yankees will keep their infield back up 2-0.
2-2 to Kennedy. Struck him out. Wicked breaking ball. Third strikeout for Burnett. One out here in the second. Burnett with his third strikeout. He'll face Casper Wells. Wells getting the start in center field tonight. And for Wells, his second start as a center fielder. Done most of his work in left field, 15 starts. Casper Wells got his first start in center field on Sunday. Went 0 for 2 in that game. 1 for 6 in a homestand. Swing behind 0-2. Wells, big part of the cast of outfielders that Mariners will be checking out. CC Sabathia having another sterling year. 19-8, a 2.93 ERA. Wells did commit. He's gone. Back-to-back strikeouts for Burnett. Fourth in the game. 2 down here in the second.
Comes back with another breaking ball that Casper can't hold up. He went. Home plate umpire Tim Timmons rings him up. Doesn't ask for help. Now the Mariners will need a clutch base hit from Brendan Ryan. Brendan Ryan hitting 9th.
He was hilarious during batting practice, taking out some frustrations. And it pays off. Line drive, first pitch, scores the Mariner first run. Brendan Ryan picking up RBI number 39. Mariners are on the board. It's 2-1 Yankees. They were just pounding and grinding during BP.
Well, this is a solid base hit into right field. Brendan Ryan picking up his teammates, getting a clutch 2-out hit to drive in the first run for the Mariners.
It's interesting. Brendan said he also was thinking about doing a little more running. Get some things going here. Ichiro fouls one back.
Stolen a base in 4 of the last 5 games.
13 out of 16 on the season.
just another option or another look for Eric Wedge, the manager. With Brendan hitting ninth, you put some speed on the bases with Ichiro hitting at the top of the order.
Teixeira put this one away, and that'll do it for the Mariners here in the second inning. They do get a 2-out RBI single from Brendan Ryan, make it a 2-1 Yankee lead. Hit for the Mariners, scoring a run, and Eric Wedge talking about how he plans to use his shortstop, the ever energetic one, Brendan Ryan.
I told Brendan that, he's going to be the guy that's going to be bouncing around. Because of our lineup, and it's going to have different lineups here, this year and probably on in the next year. You need one guy that can bounce around all the way, and he can do that, and he's fine with that. I do like having somebody that can run a little bit ahead of Ichiro, and I think that's important because not just Ichiro, but the top of your lineup as well. So that's why, again, a guy like Ryan works out in that 9-hole.
Brendan Ryan, big part of this Mariner ball club, and as we look down the road. Nice breaking ball to start Jeter off with his strike. Derek first pitch swinging and open up the ball game, singled through the box, eliminated on a double play off the bat of Swisher.
I think the other thing with Brendan Ryan is Eric Wedge has seen him hit second behind Ichiro, and he did an excellent job hitting there because he can hit the ball the other way and do some things, handle the bat. Gives him an opportunity to take another look at his lineup. Move Kyle Seager up there, see what Kyle can do. He's trying to gather information going into next year.
2-1. Gator swings and misses 2-2. Well, the biggest hope that Mariner fans, and you know it, I know it, everybody knows it, you hope that A, somebody develops into a power hitter, or B, you can acquire one. Because it is difficult to compete in the American League not having any power.
Well, I think that's one of the reasons. I know for myself it's been disappointing, not that Justin could do anything, but I would have liked to have seen Justin Smoke get 550 at bats this year. Not deal with all the injuries that he's had to his hands. And
he's going to get he's going to be in the low 4s by the time we're done. 395 at bats entering tonight. 3-2 to Jeter. And nice backhand down there by Smoke. One out. One thing you know about Jeter, he will go to the right side, but you're right on the money. I mean, the Mariners have got to have Smoke become a big power guy.
I think so, and even though he will be over 400 at bats, it's all the time in between. As a power hitter, especially Justin, a switch hitter, the consistent at bats, playing every day all year long makes I think a big difference for him when you start to look at the power numbers.
One out. Here's the switch hitter, Nick Swisher. Strikes it, ball one. Swisher with 22 home runs, 17 of them as a left-hand hitter. 5 homers, 19 runs batted in from the right side. He drills this one to left, but right at Mike Cut for the second out. 2 down. That'll bring up Mark Teixeira. Tomorrow evening, Mariners and Yankees wrap up their 3-game series, and all you kids 14 and under, you're going to get a clever King Felix children's book. It's courtesy of the Washington State Chiropractic Association. Get your seats. Get them right now. Mariners and Yankees finale. Mariners.com/tickets. Teixeira looks at a pitch outside corner for strike one. Mark struck out on a big curveball to end the first inning. Teixeira is a switcher with 37 home runs, 13 from the right side. 37 runs batted in. It's 24 and 67 as a left-hand hitter. Off speed there. Changeup. 1-2. Pitch to Teixeira. High pop. Center field for Wells. Good inning for Charlie Furbush. 1-2-3 go the Yankees at the very top of their order. He'll face Cano, Montero, and Jones next time out. Seager's going to lead it off for the Mariners. This is Mariner Baseball. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Roots Sports Crew. Time for the AT&T Trivia question. Here we go. Who joined the 500 home run club on this date in 1965? The Hammer, Henry Aaron, Ted Williams, Willie Howard Mays, or Frank Robinson. Tell you what, they can all play for me right now. Find a spot in the lineup.
Which one of them is your fourth outfielder?
He's playing somewhere. He's in the lineup. Somebody draw straws. On this date, 500 home run club, 65. Ooh, man, let me think. I'm going to go with Willie because Hammer.
That's what I was thinking. Willie
Hammer
Mays.
turned it on a little bit later. Willie got there first. Here's Kyle Seager. Of that group, though, I have, and I didn't see Ted Williams, but Aaron, Mays, and Robinson, I had the pleasure of seeing them play. I love them all dearly as players, but I think one of the toughest guys I've ever seen compete in anything is Frank Robinson. And what a great player. Covered the outfield, throw you out, ran the bases hard.
MVP in both leagues,
yeah,
right?
I mean, the merits of all those guys are just incredible. You could speak for hours on all of them. 3-0 to Seager. Strikes a strike, and I know you old timers out there saying it, and I'm agreeing with you. They don't make them like this anymore. A hammer, Teddy ball game. Say hey kid and Frank Robinson. Hey. Seager gets into one. Stay fair, it does. Into the corner. Seager digging hard. Play in front of him. He'll hold it second with a double. So he jumps on a 3-1 pitch. And he's aboard for the second time. He was hit by a pitch his first time up. Kyle Seager with his 9th double of the season.
And Kyle, after getting ahead in the count, gets a fastball to hit. Hammers it down into the corner. The more we get a chance to see Kyle, he can use the field from line to line. I thought initially he would hit the ball the other way a lot more, but if he gets some pitches to handle in the inner half, he can pull the ball.
You're a Mariners scout or front office type. You're hoping that kid can maybe hit 40 doubles a year for you. Here's Ackley. Carolina combo. Batting 2-3 tonight, as they did last night.
It's a good inning for Charlie Furbich to get back into the dugout after the Mariners were able to score a run. Charlie giving up 2 runs in the second, goes 1-2-3 in the third. Give his hitters a chance to grab their bats and get back at it again.
Favorable count for Ackley. He's ahead 2-0. Fourth Mariner hit. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Yankees. 1-4-0 for the Mariners.
Burnett with 45 pitches, 24 in the first inning.
Check with foul. There's a trivia question. Having grown up, I mean, I've been lucky enough to be going to baseball games since I was about 5 years old, and I get this. You know, you always you talk about, you know, great memories. I get a warm, fuzzy feeling when I think about seeing Aaron Mays and Robinson for the first time. I mean, they were that good, and to go see them play and see them at the peak of their performances. I mean, I still get chills. 2-1, outside 3-1. I know that's for people who grew up here in the Pacific Northwest or in their 30s and 40s feel the same way about Ken Griffey Jr. You're talking about elite talent. (3-1) skips up there, so the Mariners possibly with a developing situation here. Nobody out, runners at first and second for Mike Karp.
Karp with a base hit his first time up. Solid single. The ball hard into right field.
Russell Martin out for a couple words for his right-hander.
48 pitches for Burnett now. 28 strikes, 20 balls. Faced 12 batters, 7 first pitch strikes.
So Karp with an RBI opportunity here in a 2-1 Yankee lead. He got busy on a 1-2 pitch, single to right. First time up. Pretty good speed out there with Ackley and Seager. 1-0 to Mike. Mariners trying to end a 3-game losing streak. Straight back. Boston wins its game 18-6 at home against Toronto. Tampa Bay loses, so the Red Sox pick up the game on the Rays. Texas killing Cleveland 10-4 in the ninth. And Detroit, that rampage continues. They lead 5-0 at Chicago in the eighth, en route to their 11th consecutive win.
Playing great.
1-1 to Karp. Off speed pitch. Eats up to Shara. Can't find it. Flips to Burnett for the out. Runners advance.
Eats Teixeira up. Karp gets a pitch to hit. Barrels it up. It's a 2-hopper. And it is hit hard at Teixeira. He comes up with it cleanly, probably a double play ball. A little bit of self-defense. Here's another opportunity for the Mariners with just one out.
Hector Noesi starting to warm up.
Joe Girardi. Well, we're going to bring the training staff out, see if AJ is okay.
Gene Monahan, the trainer, been there. Gene was there when you were with the Yankees.
Yes,
He's
he was.
been there for about 50 years with the ball club.
I don't know if he did something when he was running to cover first. I didn't notice anything as he was pitching in his delivery.
Gene hanging him up after this season. Larry Rothschild, Joe Girardi, Gene Monahan coming out to check on Burnett. Larry, the pitching coach.
Take a look at him covering first. Maybe jammed his heel.
Great opportunity for Smoke. One out, runners at second and third. Oh, and hit him. Second hit batter by Burnett. Bases are loaded for Miguel Olivo. Third. Smoke got smoked on that one. Third time he's been hit by a pitch. They're loaded up for Olivo. Olivo with his 16th double, led off the second inning. Sitting on 18 home runs, trying to hit 20 for the second time in his career. First pitch from Burnett. It's a breaking ball for ball one.
Kyle Seager at third needs to stay on his toes. Burnett, 24 wild pitches on the season. He's already thrown one to the backstop.
Second inning leadoff double makes Olivo 1 for 3 against Burnett. The 1-0 pitch. It's foul.
Burnett wants to get Olivo out with his breaking ball. See if he can hang one, get something that Miguel can handle.
Breaking ball fouled into the glove of Martin.
Adam Kennedy on deck.
Big spot with one out, bases loaded. Mariners down 2-1. Pitch outside. Nice dig by Martin. Loaded up Seager, Ackley, and Smoke. Two and two. Full count now.
A couple of hard breaking balls. Russell Martin is a good athlete. Has 8 stolen bases on the year as a catcher. Those last 2 pitches way over the left-hand hitter's batter's box. You can barely see him on the screen. That's 24 wild pitches for Burnett. Martin saved him on the last 2.
Full count here to Olivo. Burnett set. Pitch to Miguel. High fly ball, left field. It'll stay in the yard. It'll score a run and tie it up as Jones gets under. Seager scores. The other runners hold. Nice job by Olivo to pick up that run. Ties the score 2-2. RBI for Olivo, number 60. Home run and RBI leader.
And the key is Miguel Olivo getting himself back into a hitter's count. You have the bases loaded, a 3-2 pitch. Gets a fastball. Almost able to get on top of it and drive it out of the ballpark. Skies it out to left field in front of the warning track. Because Olivo was able to get to the 3-2 count, Burnett couldn't throw him the breaking ball again. Tried a couple times, missed badly.
Kennedy swing and a miss. AK struck out on a 2-2 pitch in the second inning. Ackley at second and Smoke at first with 2 outs. That one gets through. Runners go up. Martin thought he had it, didn't. It goes to the track. So pass ball to Russell Martin. And a base hit can pick up 2 here with 2 outs from Adam Kennedy.
It's an off-speed pitch. It looked like Martin was expecting that one to be in the dirt. It wasn't. He would have been able to catch it. Borderline strike.
One and one to Kennedy. One one's the count to Kennedy. From Burnett. Combo 2-1. Two runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Yankees, and 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Mariners.
61 pitches for Burnett.
Two and one. 2-2 with the swing on this. Robbie Thompson, Eric Wedge, Carl Willis, Chris Chambliss playing trust for the Mariners. 2-2, 2 outs, 2 on. Pitch to Kennedy. The dig by Martin. He's getting all kinds of work out. We're just in the 3rd inning. Casper Wells is on deck.
AJ, he is inconsistent all over the place with his breaking ball. It's like he throws a couple for strikes and then he misses by feet. He's over in the other batter's box again.
A couple of guys who've been around the Yankees said it. Release point and his upper body rotation's been a factor in his inconsistency with the breaking ball all year. Payoff pitch to Kennedy. Struck him out. That'll do it. They strand 2 to the Mariners, but they do play to run to tie it at 2-2 here at Safeco Field.
to the fourth inning. Hi, everybody. Andrew Mentank here at the Northwest Sports Desk. Boston already won, so the Tampa Bay Rays trying to keep pace in the wild card chase. And the Rays taking on Baltimore. Game tied in the bottom of the 8th inning when Matt Wieters comes to the plate. He hits a 2-run bomb, and the Orioles come back to beat Tampa Bay 4-2. Rays are now 4 games back in the AL wild card race. Dave?
Boy, they have been on the come here. Good for the Tampa Bay Rays, led by manager Joe Madden. Here's Cano, Montero, and Jones here in the 4th. Fastball by Charlie Furbush. 1-1 pitch, leading off the 2nd. Cano went deep for his 26th home run, RBI number 103. One. Official score for tonight, Dan Peterson changes the pass ball charge to Russell Martin in the 3rd to a wild pitch. Breaking ball. Nicely handled by Smoke. Furbush wins the race. 1 out.
Charlie with his delivery. A little bit late getting off the mound. I wasn't sure if he was going to be able to get out in front of Cano.
So Charlie has retired 7 in a row now. Rocky's 2nd inning, give up a home run, single, and a double. Wild pitch scored a run. Here's Jesus Montero. He got the base hit to left field. 2nd inning. Montero, call up here in September. Developing as a catcher, but they really like his ability as a hitter already. Drives one to left. Carp going back, not going to get it. 1 hop off the fence. Montero will get into 2nd with a double. It's 2 for 2. Montero with his first big league double.
And he gets a breaking ball, some top spin on it. He catches it on the barrel, but the top spin keeps it from carrying out of the ballpark because he squared that up.
1 out. Montero at 2nd for Andrew Jones. And a hard smash for a double off the glove of Kyle Seager at 3rd. Takes a strike.
Made an adjustment to that. Seager playing step from the line now. Brendan Ryan over in the hole at shortstop.
A win. So Tim Timmons 0-2. See what Furbush does ahead in the count. Andrew Jones. 1-2. Gutierrez, Felix Hernandez yesterday had a 5-game winning streak against the Yankees. Ended last night. Yankees got to him and got to him early. Breaking ball hit down to the shortstop. Throw down to get him. Yes, sir. Nice play. Montero is not speedy by any circumstance. He's thrown out by Ryan to Ackley for the 2nd out.
Base running mistake by Montero. It's a 1-hopper to Brendan Ryan, who's playing in the hole. They moved over there. Ackley heads up to get back to 2nd base as he puts the tag on Montero.
Jeff Kellogg, 2nd base umpire, in great position to make that call, and no question about it, they got him. Here's catcher Russell Martin now. 2 out, runner at 1st. Jones. Big bender for strike. Straightaway, not too deep is how the Mariners play Martin. Throw to first. Andrew Jones is back. Ball fouled off, 0-2.
Seems like we see that play a couple of times a year with the runner at second.
Makes a bad assumption.
Well, if you're at second base, if the ball is hit to your right, you have to make sure that it goes through the infield. We'll see a couple of guys a year take that 1 or 2 steps, and it's over for them.
Burbush ahead 0-2. Struck out Martin the first time. And 2. Burbush comes set. 1-2 here to Martin. And throw over to Jones. Jones a long time ago was stolen base threat. Talking his early years in Atlanta, went for 27 steals in '98, 24 in '99. Two and two. Mariners get their runs on a sacrifice fly by Olivo in the third and an RBI by Ryan. That was in the second. It's 2-2 ball game. Breaking ball strikes out Russell Martin by Charlie Burbush, his 5th strikeout. Nicely done to get out of the 4th. Mariners will have Wells, Ryan, and Ichiro when we return.
Richie Sexton, ball signed here. Jack Koss, only one Milton Bradley left. Kenji Jojima, look at this one. This one's Doug Fister. That one probably will be valuable. How about this? 3 number 42 jerseys. You've got Lee Tinsley, Mike Brumley, and Eric Bedard. It's my understanding, though, Eric Bedard was just sold, so I'm sorry, this one's going to go away. And look at this artifact right here. An FSN Brendan Morrow bobblehead. FSN, no longer. Dave, back upstairs to you. I'm going to get this.
All right, Angie, thank you. Brendan Morrow was on the mound in that Toronto loss earlier this evening, 18-6 at Boston. There's Casper Wells, followed by Brendan Ryan and Ichiro. First pitch from Burnett. This is outside. Wells struck out on an 0-2 pitch. First time up. Burnett struck out 5. Hit a couple batters, walked 1. How about this, Mike? through 4. Charlie Fergus with 5 Ks. Felix went 6 innings last night with 4 against these Yankees.
A little bit different looking lineup from the Yankees, but Charlie has thrown the ball well. I think he's doing what we were talking about at the start of the game. He's using his slider effectively. That's where he's getting his strikeouts. Getting the right-handed hitters to swing over the top of it as he tries to throw it at their back foot.
2-2 on the swing and a miss.
I noticed that against the Angels. It seemed to me that he was using his slider more initially when he was in the rotation. He was throwing more curveballs and changeups. He has a good fastball. His fastball will be around 92 miles an hour. I think his slider is an effective pitch to both left-handed and right-handed hitters to get them out. In the meantime, the Mariners grinding on A.J. Burnett.
Way off a check swing.
Getting his pitch count up. He had some opportunities last inning. The bases loaded with 1 out. Came away with 1 run, but you can see 70 pitches now for Burnett. His splits are not good. 39 strikes, 31 balls.
Mariners left 2 on in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third. Here's the pitch. Wells takes a call, 3rd strike. Back-to-back strikeouts for Burnett. Second time he's gotten Wells to. That's 6 strikeouts for AJ. Take a look at the AT&T trivia question. Who joined the 500 home run club on this date in 1965? We all went with, say hey kids, number 24, Willie Mays. Survey says Willie Mays. Coming up on, let's see, Willie's born in what, 1931. They turned 80 this year. So June 17th, 1960 for Mr. Williams. Mr. Aaron, that's what I thought, a little bit later at 68. Mr. Robinson at 71. That's 40 years ago today. Yikes. 0-2 here to Ryan.
Robinson and Mays both on September 13, huh? Brendan with a clutch base hit. His first time up to drive in the first run for the Mariners. Solid base hit into right field.
Swing and miss. Big sweeping breaking ball from Burnett. Struck out 3 in a row now. He's got 7 Ks on the night. Quick 2 outs. Mariners and A's are going to close out this 2011 season on Wednesday, September 28th, 2 weeks tomorrow. And it's Northwest Getaways Night at Safeco Field. All fans have a chance to win great trips around our region, including a 2-night stay and resort credit at the beautiful Sun River Resort in Central Oregon. For more information or tickets to Northwest Getaways Night, go to mariners.com/getaways. Ichiro with a strikeout and a ground out the first. To Ichiro. Popped out of play. Looking for hit number 170. Ichiro for 2 tonight makes him 9 for 23 against Burnett. That's a fair ball. Gold glove play by Teixeira. 1, 2, 3 go the Mariners in the 4th. Strikeout, and a fine defensive grab by Teixeira. 2-2 ball game. here in Seattle. And our good friend Dave Valley is very much involved with this. Seattle International Foundation and Esperanza International teaming up to fight poverty in the DR and Haiti. Text the word HOPE to 8-0. Make a contribution. Dave Valley and his wife do a spectacular job in helping folks in need in the Dominican Republic and Haiti. And every little bit helps, folks. So jump on board. Make yourself feel good, too. Eduardo Nunez behind 0-2 to Charlie Furbush, who's got 5 strikeouts in the first 4 innings. Nunez took a called third strike his first time. One and two. Nunez, Gardner, and Jeter. 8-9-1 for the Yankees. Popped up behind home plate. Texas a winner tonight, 10-4 over Cleveland. Detroit closing out Chicago, bottom 9, 5-0. Angels 3-2 at Oakland. They lead in the bottom of the 4th. Breaking ball, did he go? No, sir, says Mike Malinsky. Like a local boy. Gotta be loving doing a game here at Safeco Field.
After the fastball inside, Charlie with a couple of sliders. Nunez able to fight one of them off and laid off of that last one.
Playable. Smoke going back after it. Nice play. One out here in the Yankees 5th. Keep your eye on Going Green by riding Sound Transit to work. Visit soundtransit.org for details.
See the pop-up from Nunez on a fastball. Wasn't in a great location. Again, in the middle of the plate, but Charlie starting to get away with that pitch. One, it's 91 miles an hour, but more importantly, he's showing the slider. And the hitter's having a tough time to pick it up, and that little bit of waiting on it to see what the pitch is, see if they can recognize it, causes them to be late, and he gets an easy pop-up.
Gardner, fast runner, bluffs bunt. Gardner struck out to end the 2nd inning. Strike this time. 2 runs in the top of the 2nd inning by the Yankees. Cano a leadoff homer. And his 2nd run was wild pitched in by Furbush, who settled down very nicely since then. Mariners with the run in the 2nd and the 3rd. Ryan an RBI in the 2nd. RBI single. Sac fly by Oliva. Good bender. Strike 2.
Comes back with a 73-mile-an-hour curveball. He's able to get Gardner to chase a slider off the plate and strike him out his first time up.
One-two pitch. Got him again with the breaking ball. Half a dozen strikeouts for Charlie Furbush. We're in the 5th with 2 outs. Was laid waste to the bottom of the order. 5 of the 6 strikeouts have come in 7, 8, and 9 positions.
After the slow curveball, comes back with a slider. See the front shoulder of Gardner bailing on that pitch.
Top of the order, Derek Jeter, single and a hard line out to Smoke, first base. Charlie trying to end a 4-game personal losing streak. 6.75 ERA in that time. His last victory. Beat the Red Sox here at Safeco Field on August 14th. He went 7 innings in a 5-3 win. Two and 0 here to Jeter. Nice, we have the New York Echo. Hello, hello, hello. Shut the up.
Charlie missing with 3 pitches, all of them inside to Derek.
Swisher on deck. He's 0 for 2. Fights it off. Ichiro coming on. Makes the catch. 1-2-3 inning for Charlie Furbush. 6 strikeouts. He's looking good after that rough second inning in a 2-2 ball game.
Saturday returns this week on Root Sports. Kickoff with Colorado State and Colorado in the Rocky Mountain Showdown. Then in prime time, it's the 8th-ranked Oklahoma State Cowboys taking on Tulsa. That's this Saturday right here on Root Sports. And next Saturday, it's Cal versus Washington right here on Root Sports, September 24th, the beginning of the Pac-12 football season. Back upstairs.
All right, Angie, thank you very much. Kyle Seager going to lead it off here in the 5th. Seager, Ackley, and Karp. Burnett has got 7 strikeouts, hit 2 batters, walked 1, thrown a wild pitch. Seager doubled to right, and was hit by a pitch in his first at bat.
Kyle has his average up to an even 270 now.
Behind 0-2. He's gone on 3 pitches, 1 out. Strikeout number 8. A.J. Burnett, we're in the 5th. High-speed pitch brought to you by CenturyLink. A.J. rushing it up there 95 and Charlie at 92. Strikeouts for Burnett this season, 10. Currently sitting at 8. And that 10 strikeout performance was in a 4-2 loss to Baltimore July 29th. Struck out 7 against Baltimore in his last outing last week. Got a no decision in that game.
I remember him when he was with Toronto. It seems to me he was more in the 95, 96 mile an hour range. Tonight his fastball's 92, 93. He's always had the great breaking ball. Try to climb the ladder on Dustin.
Down the line, no play for Jones. Six strikeouts for Furbush, 8 for Burnett. Oh, and 2. And he strikes out Ackley. Martin flips down to Teixeira. 9 strikeouts now for Burnett. And there's 2 outs here in the 5th inning. We take a look at the Mariners calendar brought to you by Sleep Country USA. Yankees tomorrow, day off Thursday. Rangers come in for the final time. Makeup game, 1 o'clock Cleveland time on Monday, then 3 in Minnesota. And final visit to Texas before coming home to wrap up the final 3 games of the season against Oakland. 1 o'clock Pacific time in that Cleveland Monday game. Bouncing ball to Cano. Close him out. 1-2-3 inning. That's 7 in a row retired by Burnett in a 2-2 ball game. On Root Sports is being brought to you by Jack in the Box. For a limited time, Jack's really big chicken sandwich combo is back for only $3.99 plus tax. By AT&T. And by Whitmer Brothers Brewing. Brewing without boundaries. Good to have you with us, everybody. 6th inning here at Safeco Field. Luis Rodriguez moves in at shortstop for Brendan Ryan.
I did not notice Brendan Ryan hurting himself, but I'm sure if he's out of the game, something must have happened. As soon as we know anything, we'll let you know.
2-3-4 here for the Yankees in the 6th. Swisher, Teixeira, and Cano. Charlie Furbush tonight with 6 strikeouts. Hasn't walked anybody. Does have a wild pitch. Look out.
I think the other thing that Charlie has done tonight, he and Miguel Olivo working together, but I think he's done an excellent job of pitching inside, setting up his slider. And he looks like he's committed to doing that. Sometimes young pitchers, you can tell them that's the game plan, but against a club like the Yankees, they're not committed to it, and they'll leave some pitches out over the plate, which is what Charlie did in the 2nd inning. But since then, he's settled down, and when he's missing off the plate, which is what you want to do.
It's 1-1 here to Swisher. 6 strikeouts, ties the season best. Well, struck center field, backing up Wells, going back, running out of room, off the fence, and Swisher into second. A line drive double off the wall. Swisher with his 25th double.
See, Olivo setting up inside. He'll reach back towards the plate. That one on the outer half of the plate. A few times Charlie has not been able to get it inside, and Swisher makes him pay for it by hitting it off the base of the wall.
Here's Teixeira. Seen that breaking ball and struck out on a 3-2 pitch in the first inning. Third inning, fly to center on a 1-2 off. Sweet pitch in there for a strike. A double, the 6th hit by the Yankees.
Six hits for the Yankees, 4 of them extra bases, a home run from Cano, and 3 doubles.
To right field. That'll get down for a base hit. Swisher, and to make sure that Ichiro didn't catch it, he went halfway. And he's at third right now. So runners at the corners for the Yankees here in the 6th. Sunday's Mariner Ranger game. It's all about the youngsters. Ivers and Kid Valley Kids Appreciation Day. All kids take home a Moose poster. They'll be eligible for several prizes, including autographed baseballs, a chance to throw out the first pitch in 2012, a Nintendo Wii, and more. It's all happening Sunday. Mariners take on the Rangers. For tickets, go to Mariners.com or any Mariners team store. Here's an uncomfortable situation. First and third, Robinson, Cano, nobody out in the 6th in a 2-2 ball game.
Cano hit his home run on a hanging breaking ball from Charlie.
Outside to Robinson, second time up, he grounded out to Smoke at first base. Cano leads the ball club in batting average at bats, hits, total bases, doubles, and hitting in the ground and grounding into double plays. He drove that one a long way. Home run number 26 for Cano. Two-0.
86 pitches for Charlie.
Cano's career best in home runs last year with 29. 2-0 pitch. Foul back. Sean Kelly up and throwing for the Mariners. Two in the first for the Yankees, two in the second for the Yankees, one in the second, one in the third for the Mariners. Three and one. Montero's on deck. He's had a heck of a night. Single and a double, both hit the left field.
The 2-0 pitch, Charlie threw Cano a fastball. Was able to get away with it. He can still probably throw him a fastball, but he better locate it.
3-1 to Cano. Broken bat, double play opportunity. Safe. Runner scores. Would have scored anyway. The double play. The Yankees take a 3-2 lead. Bat shattered in a multitude of pieces. Gets the run home.
And Cano will pick up an RBI as he gets a fastball in on his hands. Shatters his bat. The ball was not hit hard, and because of that, they're not able to turn the double play. Rodriguez again filling in for Brent Ryan at short.
So an RBI for Cano. Yankees lead at 3-2. Sean Kelly takes over when we get back.
Excitement that is college football. Sign up now for Voice of the Fans Sportscaster for the Day, presented by Snoqualmie Casino. Audition before a panel of celebrity judges. Shine above the competition, and you'll appear live on Root Sports College Football broadcast. Space is limited for the October 6th event at Snoqualmie Casino, so pre-register now at rootsports.com. All right, guys, did I give you enough time to tally up Mr. Furbush's line?
Wasn't terrible.
For Charlie, 89 pitches in the game, 53 of them for strikes, 6 strikeouts, no walks. That's a good number for Charlie. Want to keep the Yankees off the base and make them earn. 7 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned. He is responsible for Robinson Cano, who's at first base. Sean Kelly will take over. Sean just 5 innings pitched, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks.
He's got Montero as his first hitter. Ball 1 to Jesus. Montero, single to left, run scored, and a double to left. 1-1.
That is why Eric Wedge had Sean Kelly up early. Charlie, around 100 pitches would be his limit, so at 89, going to get the right-hander to pitch to Montero. Montero was 2 for 2 off of Charlie.
Pretty well to center field, backing up Wells again. He's under it, and he makes the catch. He sure did, and they're going to double him off, so it's going to be 8-4-3 on the double play. Cano was the third, so he had a brain cramp there, but the Yankees do take a 3-2 lead on the Cano Fielder's Choice RBI. 3-2 New York. And at the ball game, the Liddy family. His brother Thomas on extreme left. His mother Flavia, second from the right. Dad Augie. Thomas a big part in Alex learning how to play baseball. When Alex was a youngster, he got to play with the older kids, including his brother Thomas, and a big part of him learning the game. And here he is in the big September call-up. Big third baseman. Fabulous year at AAA in Tacoma. Mariners down a run, 3-2. Justin Smoke leads it off. Smoke tonight struck out on a 2-2 pitch and was hit by a pitch by Burnett.
Pitching here in the bottom of the sixth. Burnett 87 pitches. His high for the season is 116. 1, 2, 3 in the fourth and fifth innings has helped him with his pitch count. He was able to throw a lot of pitches to get through the first 3 innings.
Okay, 2-0. Make it 3-0. Pitch. And a 4-pitch walk here to Smoke to lead off the Mariners' sixth. Boone Logan, the left-hander. And Wade. Boone Logan, the left-hander. And you got Corey Wade, 53. Second walk issued by Burnett. Miguel Olivo tied the game. Sacrifice fly in the third. RBI number 60. Doubled his first time up. Strike one.
In the bullpen up a couple of times for the Yankees. You know, it's September. Joe Girardi can see the scoreboard like the rest of us and knows that the Red Sox have already won. Typically earlier in the season he would just let Burnett go, but right now he needs to win the game.
Oh, and 2 here to Olivo. The glove. This may work. Let's see Cano. What a throw there to beat a hustling Olivo. That quick release, strong throw by Cano. Picks up and out. 1-4-3. Smoke to second.
Olivo reaches out and punches it, and it goes off the glove of Burnett. Cano probably helped the Mariners. That probably is a double play ball. Yeah, because Cano's up the middle. You can't even see him in the picture. So that helps the Mariners out. He's able to throw Olivo out, but Smoke moves up to second base with a tying run in scoring position.
Adam Kennedy looks at a strike. Tough night thus far for AK, who struck out twice. Playing Kennedy, couple of steps towards right field. Smoke the runner at second. 1 out. One and 2.
Coming into the game today, Adam Kennedy, 250 hitter, 2 for 8 off of Burnett, but he does not appear to see the ball well out of his hand tonight. Tough time picking up his breaking ball.
1-2 pitch. 2-2. 2-2 to Kennedy. And he strikes out for the third time tonight. And for A.J. Burnett, strikeout number 10. AL playoff chase. How about Detroit? 3 back in the win column behind the Yankees. It's at 5 in the loss. Texas leading the way, and the Angels trying to track down Tampa Bay in the wild card chase. They are trailing the Boston Red Sox. Casper Wells, he too has struck out twice this evening. Here's a strike to him. So Burnett, 10 strikeouts, matches his season best from July 29th against Baltimore. One and one.
Pitches now for Burnett.
Strike 2.
The bottom of the order for the Mariners. Having a tough time tonight.
6 of the 10 strikeouts have come from the bottom third.
The only one to put him in play was Brendan Ryan. He had a base hit to drive in a run, and he's out of the game. Luis Rodriguez waits on deck.
Rodriguez, he came on to replace Ryan last inning. He's your on deck hit. One-two to Wells.
Again on the breaking ball. Casper's so far out in front of it, not picking it up, and just barely able to get a piece of it.
Tying run out there with 2 outs. The 1-2 pitch struck him out. So he's K'd Kennedy 3 times, Wells 3 times, a total of 11 strikeouts, a season best for A.J. Burnett, who has a 3-2 lead.
Today's Tracer Technology is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
3-2 lead for the Yankees. The Mariners tonight have struck out 11 times this evening. That's 1,149 times, second most in franchise history, 36 off the most.
That's been the theme of this homestand. A tough time putting the ball in play consistently.
There's Curtis Granderson pinch hitting. Pinch hitting for Jones. Leading off the 7th. Curtis having a great year. Granderson on the season. 266, 39 home runs, 111 runs batted in.
And he scored 128 runs.
You know it. 128 is the team lead. Leads in that category, leads in triples, home runs, and ribbies. It's 2-1. Where does he rank? He's a top 5 guys. He goes against Sean Kelly. He's on in relief of Charlie Furbush. On deck, the catcher Russell Martin. There's a base hit on a 3-1 pitch.
Another thing he has done is stolen 24 bases.
Granderson having a fabulous year, second to Bautista in home runs, leads the American League in RBIs, 4th in total bases, leads the league in runs, 2nd in triples. I mean, just sensational.
The 2 RBIs for Cano, they're tied now in RBIs. Bautista hit his 42nd home run tonight.
Back up the middle, knocked down Ackley. There's 1. Throw over to get 2. Nicely done. Ackley, Rodriguez, and Smoke. 3rd double play turn tonight by the Mariners. Well done.
Backhanded play from Ackley. Ends up going to the ground to stay with it. You see him smother it with his glove. The hard part is for Rodriguez. He has to turn backwards, has the runner coming in on him, and Granderson, but is able to finish the double play.
John Kelly, thanks, I needed that. Here's Eduardo Nunez.
Former Mariner Rafael Soriano getting loose in the Yankees bullpen.
Ground ball handled by Seager, throws him out. Good inning. Double play, the featured part of that 7th inning. Home 7th inning. Mariners down a run. They're going to have Rodriguez, Ichiro, and Seager coming to bat. And support Veteran Affairs as we ask you to support Washington's lottery. Buy your hometown heroes raffle ticket from Washington's Lottery. It's on sale. You play, veterans win. And we thank those servicemen out in right field. It's Curtis Granderson, who came on as a pinch hitter for Jones. He takes over in center field, and Brett Gardner, who started in center field, moves over to left with Jones being taken out of the ball game.
And former Mariner Rafael Soriano will take over here in the 7th inning. Mariners having some opportunities early in the game to get to A.J. Burnett. After the 3rd inning, though, buckled down, ended up with 2 strikeouts in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th. Numbers for Soriano: a 4.31 ERA, 2-2 record, 24 strikeouts, 16 walks, giving up 3 home runs. And he will get things started with Luis Rodriguez.
So the Mariners trying to put the ball in play here. It's been another one of those nights where strikeouts have rained down on them. 11 Ks tonight, 1149, 1,149 on the season. It's 23rd highest total of strikeouts in the history of Major League Baseball in the American League. In the American League, not all of Major League Baseball, but the American League.
Luis Rodriguez came into the game last night. Eric was just wanted to give Dustin Ackley a couple of innings off, and he ended up getting a base hit. It was 1 for 1. It'll be his first at bat tonight. Still haven't heard anything. What's going on with Brendan Ryan?
Hope he's okay. Maybe it was just a decision to give him time, some downtime. 1-2 here to Rodriguez. Puts it in play. Soriano scoops over to Teixeira. First out. Top of the order in Ichiro. Soriano had a heck of a career. Limited hitters to a 85 batting average in his career. Free agent signing January of this year. At 45 saves a year ago, best in the American League. He went 45 out of 48, 1.73 ERA. And they brought him over. Be a setup guy for Mariano Rivera, but the way it's worked out, he's the 7th inning guy. David Robertson has been just about unhittable in that 8th inning role. Robertson 3-0, a 1.19 ERA in 63 games. Opponents hitting a .72 off of him as you look at Tom Wilhelms. Tommy's been on a nice run for the Mariners.
He has been. Commanding his fastball early in counts and putting people away with a hard breaking ball. Main thing is he's throwing strikes now. He's starting to get some power arms back out in their bullpen again.
Good to see. He didn't see him, but I heard David Archman was in the building today. It's a pleasure to have the DA back, coming back off of working his way back from Tommy John surgery. Soriano taking on Ichiro. Ichiro's 0 for 1 against Rafael. Oh, 2 strikes.
Soriano still has a good fastball, 93 miles an hour. It's not a dominant fastball like the one that he had when he was here with Seattle. At that time, he was 95, 96.
Soriano, best closer in the American League with Tampa Bay last year. He gets Ichiro looking, 2 down. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Good to have you with us. Middle game, 3-game series with the Yankees. Yankees up 3-2. Kyle Seager, the hitter, with 2 outs, nobody on.
Kyle 1 for 2 in the game. He hit a double in the 3rd inning and scored a run for the Mariners.
Bouncing ball to Cano. Handles the hop and throws him out. Soriano clean 7th. 8th inning coming up. 3-2 Yankees. Game recap, game 2 here with the Yankees picking up in the 2nd inning. Robinson Cano leads the yard, leading off the 1-1 pitch. Home run number 26, RBI number 103. It's 1-0 Yankees. Wild pitch gets a run in here, and scoring on the play is Jesus Montero at single, and he comes around to score. Brendan Ryan gets the Mariners on the board. This in the bottom half of the 2nd inning. 2 out base knock. That scores Olivo. 3rd inning. Here's Olivo, the RBI leader, gets on a pitch and drives it a long way, not out of the yard, but deep enough to score Kyle Seager. That ties it at 2-2. Then in the 6th, look at this broken bat. They don't get the double play, so a fielder's choice RBI scores Swisher. Mariners on a short end, 3-2. So here we go in the 8th. Gardner, Jeter, and Swisher. Bartender. Here's Tom Wilhelmsen. Former bartender down at the Hut in Tucson, Arizona.
Tom's numbers: 3.86 ERA, 25 strikeouts in the 25 2/3 innings he's pitched. Opponent's average 2.29.
$18,306 on hand.
You can see the good curveball from Tom. Start him off with a fastball at 97 miles an hour.
Tom's first work against the Yankees. There's a bunt right back to the pitcher. Wilhelmsen throws out Gardner, who's 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. 1 out here in the Yankee 8th. To bring up the leadoff hitter, Derek Jeter. The Mariners have struck out 11 times tonight. I am blown away by that total. 1149 on the season. Coming off the heels of 51 strikeouts against Kansas City over the weekend. Derek Jeter tonight, 1 for 3.
It looks like middle of the order coming up in the bottom of the 8th inning for the Mariners. Ackley, Carp, and Smoke. Robertson getting loose. David Robertson getting loose in the Yankee bullpen.
Two 2-0 now to Jeter. David Robertson. Alabama, played at the University of Alabama, member of the Crimson Tide. So Jeter's ahead 3-0. Here's the strike. Wilhelmsen deals 3-1. Good heater.
He has an overpowering fastball. He's already topped out at 98 miles an hour in tonight's game. He's consistently between 96 and 98. He has a great curveball. I'm sure he'll come right back with another fastball. He doesn't want to walk Jeter.
Payoff pitch to the Yankee captain. It is strike 3 call.
That was a good pitch at the bottom of the strike zone. Derek didn't like it, but it looks like a good pitch. There it is, the 6th pitch of the at-bat. It was a great job by Tom Wilhelmsen. He fell behind 3-0, but he comes all the way back to get Jeter, and Jeter thought the pitch was down. Looks like it was right at the knees.
2 outs here for Wilhelmsen against the Yankees.
Nick Swisher is 1 for 3. He hit a double his last time up.
They play Nick straight away. Not too deep. Here's first pitch. Ball 1.
Hit the double right-handed off of Furbush. Turn around the switch hitter, hit left-handed here against Wilhelmsen.
Bouncing ball to Ackley. Well coordinated by he and Smoke. Smoke thought about going for it and then broke back towards the bag, and they go 1, 2, 3. Nice outing for Tom Wilhelmsen. Boy, the fireballing right-hander David Robertson's going to take over. 3-2 Yankees. We come to you right above the A at Safeco Field. Robertson will take over now for the Yankees. He's their 8th inning guy. Soriano pitched the 7th. Now Robertson.
You can see his numbers. He's having a great year for the Yankees. A 1.19 ERA, 91 strikeouts in 60 and a third innings for him. Opponent's average 172, and he's given up just 1 home run this year. 32 holds, a 3-0 record.
172. Wow. Batting average against Greg Golson. He takes over in right field for Nick Swisher. See what the Mariners can do here. Ackley, Carp, and Smoke 3, 4, and 5 in this one-run game. Dustin tonight reached on a fielder's choice, a walk and a strikeout. Soriano pitched 1 inning, recorded a strikeout. So that's 12 strikeouts against Mariner hitters tonight. Robertson quickly ahead of Ackley here. Yankees were here over Memorial Day weekend. I remember Robertson had just come back from being down at Tuscaloosa, his home area, after the tornadoes had hit down here. Down the line, that's a base hit. Gardner's going to cut it off. Ackley, a slam on the brakes. Hold with the leadoff single. Dustin Ackley with his first hit tonight. That's hit number 5 for the Mariners.
And for Ackley, late on the fastball, hits it inside the bag at third. And Gardner, a lot of speed, started the game in center field, was able to cut it off to hold Ackley to a single. When he first hits it inside the bag, I thought it was going to be a double. Ackley with a big turn at first, but had to retreat because of the play of Gardner.
Here's Mike Carp. He likes the fastball. Robertson's got a good one.
Watch him throw a couple of pitches. He went with a higher leg kick on that first pitch. If he doesn't go to a slide step, I think Ackley may take a chance and steal a base.
Ackley's 4 for 4 at base stealing. Just dig over there, first base by Teixeira. One-oh pitch in there, first strike.
All fastballs from Robertson so far. That one his best one at 95 miles an hour.
Carp represents the lead run. Pitch from Robertson. Ball 2. First time Carp is seeing Robertson. Two-one. Well, he tried to put the Mariners in the lead with that swing. 2-2.
He's hitting cleanup. That's what he's supposed to do late in the game.
Two to Carp. Strike 3 called. 13th strikeout tonight against Mariner hitters. Seattle Mariners baseball on Root Sports, being brought to you by the new 2011 Jeep Grand Cherokee. By Pizza Hut. Get Pizza Hut pizza any size, any toppings for one amazingly low price when you carry out. And by Money Tree, looking for a loan with more time to repay. Apply for a Money Tree payday loan online at moneytreeinc.com. Here's another guy that likes the fastball, Justin Smoke. Looks at ball 1. Smoke tonight, a strikeout, hit by a pitch. As we look at the great Mariano Rivera warming up, he's sitting on 599 career saves.
Smoke the third batter in this inning, and I'm sure he's taking notice that Robertson throwing all fastballs so far.
1-1. Ackley at first, 1-1 to Smoke. Strike 2 at 94.
He's just consistently throwing fastballs and throwing them away from the left-handed hitters. Ackley was able to get his base hit going with the pitch.
Ball 2 strikes. Just outside 2-2. Ackley back safely. Two balls, 2 strikes. Pitch to Smoke. Hit the other way as Ackley takes off.
Dustin had a great jump. Again, I think with the big leg kick of Robertson, I think he can steal it. See Dustin and the leg kick from Robertson. Smoke fouls it off.
Do it again at 2-2. Ackley taking his lead at first. He holds the pitch up high, full count. Olivo's on deck.
And Dustin should be running on this pitch. 3-2 count. 1 out. Stay out of the double play.
Ackley with the lead. He goes the pitch. Outside, ball 4. So Robertson with the walk. The Mariners have the tying and lead run aboard here in the 9th inning. And make sure you catch all the action of the 2011 Major League Baseball postseason on Fox and TBS. Excitement begins Friday, September 30th with the Division Series on TBS.
Michael Saunders will come out and pinch run for Smoke.
Mariners trying to get it done here in the 8th inning. Olivo has 1 RBI tonight, 1 hit tonight.
He had a sacrifice fly in the 3rd. He just missed hitting it out. He was able to take the ball all the way to the warning track and left.
Pitch from Robertson, off speed pitch.
First one we've seen from him. Topping out at 95 miles an hour. That last breaking ball at 82. Does have great speed on the bases with Ackley and Saunders.
1-0 to Olivo. Out back. Oh man, good rip. 1-1. Robertson in his first full campaign, I think that's 2nd full year with the Yankees. They look through their system: Charleston, Tampa, Trenton, Scranton, Wilkes-Barre. 1-1. They count to Olivo. 2-1.
I have the Mariners 1 for 6 with men in scoring position. Granderson, the center fielder, shading towards left center, right center field, wide open.
You got Ackley at 2nd, Saunders at 1st. 2-1 pitch to Olivo. Swing and a miss. Good heater. Moving too. 2-2.
Adam Kennedy waiting on deck.
Adam's glad that A.J. Burnett's not out there. He struck out 3 times to Burnett. 2-2 to Olivo. The full count. Good speed out there with Ackley and Saunders. 1 out. Payoff pitch to Olivo. Robertson deals. Runners go. Swung on and missed. Double steal. Both runners in safely. Second strikeout by Robertson. 2 outs. 14 Ks on the night by Yankee pitching. Runners at second and third.
It's a 93-mile-an-hour fastball that Olivo swings through. See Ackley sliding. He slides late. Awkward looking slide going into third.
Like that they had people moving. So an opportunity for Adam Kennedy. 2 outs. Runners at second and third. Some pitch down low. 14 strikeouts tonight.
Pitching him away. You can see his last at bat. Adam with 3 of those strikeouts. Different look here. He should get a fastball to hit.
Ackley's at third. Saunders at second. 1-0 to Kennedy. Breaking ball misses. 2-0 the count.
They're going to put him on. 2-0 count. You have first base open, so they'll go after Casper Wells. Just wanted to be getting a righty-righty matchup for Joe Girardi.
That loads him up. And Casper Wells tonight. He struck out 3 times tonight.
We're going to get a pinch hitter. It looks like it's going to be Trayvon Robinson. Quick conversation with Eric Wedge.
So Trayvon Robinson will pinch hit. Trayvon 0 for 1 as a pinch hitter thus far. What a spot for this young rookie.
Another experience for him, Dave.
Pinch hit, bases loaded against one of the best 8th inning guys in the business. Larry Rothschild out. Talk to his pitcher Robertson with the book on Robinson.
I'm sure the conversation with Eric Wedge, Eric reminding Trayvon that Robertson has thrown a lot of fastballs. Look for a fastball. Try to get yourself a good pitch to hit.
Adam Kennedy, he's at first. Saunders at second. At third is Ackley. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Robinson, switch hitter. He's got 2 home runs. And couldn't pull the trigger. Strike 1. Both home runs coming at Anaheim for Trayvon.
I think that's a tough fastball for him to catch up. It's at the top of the strike zone at 93 miles an hour. Trayvon hitting from the left side. Seems more comfortable once pitches down in the zone.
0-1 from David Robertson. Pitch. He's saved by Russell Martin. 1-1. 6th hitter in the inning here for the Mariners in the 8th.
See this last pitch in the dirt. Burnett, now Robertson on the mound. Martin has been busy behind the plate trying to keep the ball in front of him.
1-1 to Trayvon. Miss. Strike 2. 1-2.
Well, he gets the fastball that he wanted. Unfortunately, he's late on it. Go from that swing left-handed. Again, that pitch up top of the strike zone above the belt. He would like something somewhere around the middle of the thighs. He can handle that pitch.
2 home runs, both left-handed, both coming in Anaheim. He's behind 1-2. Pitch from Robertson. Fastball runs away. 2-2. Bases loaded for the Mariners. 2 outs. Here in the 8th, down a run to CC Sabathia and Freddie Garcia's Yankees. Ackley, Saunders, and Kennedy. The Mariner base runners with 2 down. Robertson set. Pitch to Trayvon Robinson. Struck him out, inning over. They strand 3. Opportunity, it was a golden one, and it gets vaporized with a strikeout. 3-2 Yankees.
Walmy Casino, Seattle's premier entertainment, gaming, and dining destination. By Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by Sterling Savings Bank. Visit one of our 178 branches or go to sterlingsavingsbank.com. Dave, Mike, back upstairs.
All right, Angie, 3-2 ball game. Brandon League time. And Mike Carp, he goes from left field to first base. Center field, Michael Saunders stays in the game there, moves to center, Wells out, and Trayvon Robinson in left field. There's Trayvon. Teixeira, Cano, and Montero, 3, 4, and 5. Tuesday night BLT. Nice pitch. We look at our Nissan. Shift to the bullpen. All-star closer, Brandon League.
34 saves on the year for Brandon. 2.82 ERA, 38 strikeouts to just 9 walks.
Teixeira tonight, a strikeout, a fly to center, and a base hit to right. So Mariano Rivera looking for career save number 600. He is warming up. Down goes Teixeira. One out here in the Yankee ninth.
Split off the plate away. Teixeira cannot lay off of it after a couple of 97-mile-an-hour fastballs.
Here's Cano, driven in 2 runs. Home run and a fielder's choice. Back through the middle, base hit Cano. What a stroke. So 1 out, 1 on. And make sure you visit the official online shop of the Seattle Mariners at mariners.com. Browse the largest online selection of authentic team gear, including official caps, t-shirts, jerseys, and collectibles, and more. Get your team gear straight from the source. Go to mariners.com, shop today. Jesus Montero, 2 for 3 runs scored, got his first big league double. That was back in the 4th. Strike 1. Mariners in the bottom of the 9th against Rivera will have Rodriguez, Ichiro, and Seager 9-1 and 2. Should be 2. Rodriguez, bobbled. Luckily Montero doesn't run well. They get the double play. 3rd of the night for the Mariners. How about a little comeback here? Down 3-2. Why not beat the best? Mariano Rivera taking over 3-2 Yankees.
Low price when you carry out. And by Money Tree, looking for a loan with more time to repay? Apply for a Money Tree payday loan online at moneytreeinc.com. All right, Dave, help me out. What are all these fans taking a picture of?
I think it's going to be number 42, now pitching for the Yankees, Mariano Rivera.
You know it is.
We're talking about a Hall of Famer looking for career save number 600. We take a look at our steal cut above the rest. His numbers phenomenal as per usual. Seems like he's ageless.
40 saves on the year for Rivera. ERA just over 2. 56 innings, 53 strikeouts to just 7 walks. He'll throw a lot of strikes. We know that. Opponent's average is .222.
Sitting on .599, looking for 600. All-time leader Trevor Hoffman at .601.
Willie Mo Pena will pinch in for Rodriguez to lead things off here in the bottom of the 9th.
Tell you what, a couple of years ago, September, Mike Sweeney, 2 years ago, Sweeney and Ichiro went up there knowing they were going to get something good the first pitch. Sweeney doubled the right center. Ichiro hit a home run to win the game. If you're Willie Mo Pena with his strength, see if he can get one and launch it. Tie this baby up.
Well, there's not a lot of guesswork with Rivera on the mound. You're going to get a fastball, and it's going to be a cut fastball.
First pitch to Willie Mo. There it is. Strike 1. Pena 1 for 3. The guy's up on the top rail. He's about to try to pick up a big number in the history of baseball. Trevor Hoffman, the all-time leader with 601 career saves, and Mo looking for number 600. If Pena could do something here. 1-1. 1-2. Impressive list. Lee Arthur Smith third. Johnny Franco, all-time leader among left-handers. Saves 424. 1-2 to Willie Moe. Off the plate, 2-2. Jorge Posada, part of the core group with the Yankees during their recent run here. He and Jeter and Andy Pettitte. Here's Valverde leading the way. Joe Girardi caught a lot of the saves for Moe as well. 2-2. A little off, struck him out, held on to by Martin. 1 out. That is strikeout number 16 by Yankee pitcher.
All cut fastballs on the outside corner as Pena swings through that one. Russell Martin able to hang on to it. He fouls it into his glove.
Well, here's Ichiro to stand in. One of the great moments in recent Mariner history. 2-run shot to beat Mariano. He was early in the count on that swing. Ball 1. 2 years ago, within a few days ago is when that happened here at Safeco Field. 1-0 to Ichiro. There's a strike. Ichiro 4 for 12 with a home run against Mariano Rivera. Signed a contract extension. It's going to go up at least one more. Ichiro flips one to left field. Tying runs aboard.
It was an interesting at bat for Ichiro and pitch sequence for Rivera. Most of the time, the left-handed hitters, he'll try to throw the cutter in on their hands, but all the fastballs, all the cut fastballs he threw Ichiro were away. And Ichiro doing what he's supposed to. He hits it into left field. Rivera not trying to come inside on him at all.
Hit number 170 for Ichiro. And here's Kyle Seager. Hey, rookie, go up there and beat Mariano Rivera. Why not? Strike 1. Time we see Rivera, I always think of waive that 5-year rule. When he decides to retire, just put him right in Cooperstown. There's nothing to think about. Is that an awesome number? What, 599 saves? Dude.
Well, it's amazing when you think about it. You're talking about Lee Smith, who was one of the most dominant closers you're ever going to see. And
he blew right by him.
Yeah.
Lee Arthur was a doggone good one. Ichiro, decent lead. Not going. Pitch. Moves him off the plate.
That's more like it from Rivera. He wants to stay in there on the left-handers, try to get in on their hands. For Kyle Seager, if he tries to pitch him in there, he has a hole on the right side because of the base hit from Ichiro. Teixeira having to hold him on. Ground ball will work its way through the right side of the infield.
1-1 pitch to Seager. Messed inside again, so Kyle's got a 2-1 count.
And a couple of good takes from Seager. Left-handed hitters, I think especially young ones that haven't seen Rivera, will chase that pitch, and that's how he gets in on their hands. It looks like it's on the plate, but the cut fastball just keep chasing him.
2-1. Rivera deals to Seager. Going to get out of play. 2-2.
Couple of pitches inside, the other two outer half of the plate.
Seager tonight hit by a pitch, double to right, strike out, and a ground out. Mariners trying to end a 3-game losing streak. He throws it first. Rivera ready. 2-2. Pitch to Seager. Struck him out. 2 down. Strikeout number 17 by Yankee pitching tonight against the Mariners.
Well, he elevates a fastball. And with that strikeout of Seager, every starter in the lineup has punched out. And that includes Luis Rodriguez, who took over for Brendan Ryan.
So 2 outs. Dustin Ackley the hitter for the Mariners. He represents a winning run. Ball one. Ichiro, 1-out single. 2 down now for Ackley. Ackley 0 for 1 against Mariano. Runner goes. Pitch. Throw by Martin. It is. Got him. Oh, man. Ball game over. And Mariano Rivera picks up career save number 600. He's 1 away from tying Trevor Hoffman for the all-time lead in that category as Russell Martin guns down Ichiro to end the ball game. Wow.
He is simply the best that any of us have ever seen. It looked like Ichiro. I thought Ichiro was going to be able to get his foot in on the bag, and there was a high tag involved. This pitch is a ball inside. Martin gets rid of it quickly, and the throw down to second base as Jeter goes to apply the tag. You can see Ichiro's foot.
They get him.
They get him. Good call. Good call by the second base umpire, Jeff Kellogg.
Yep. Well, we got to see a piece of history here as Martin, nice throw, ends this ball game, and the Yankees have won their 3rd straight. The Mariners have lost their 4th straight, and there were 17 Mariner punch-outs tonight. 3-2 Yankees. Brad and Dave Valley, it's all yours.
Gentlemen, thank you very much. But really, the night and the moment belongs to that man, Mariano Rivera. 600 saves. You face this guy, Dave. We're going to talk more about him in the post-game show. But how does he do it with one pitch?
If people could figure it out, they would have him figured out. He just has
the cutter.
It's a cutter. Everybody knows it, and he's going to throw it. And he's just so good at locating it. We saw it against Kyle Seager. Kind of ran it just a little bit above the strike zone. It's tough to lay off that pitch, but he's been doing it for a long, long time.
Number 2 on the all-time saves list, 600. Congratulations to Rivera. They take the game 3-2. They have won the series. The series finales tomorrow will set that for you. Well, let's talk about Charlie Furbush's line tonight. I think he gained a lot of confidence. We'll tell you how he got out of some trouble. All coming up on Mariners postgame on Root Sports.